Hello, this is a moral and practical analysis of Thailand's yellow shirt strategy and tactics and their prospects for the future.
I have never made but one prayer to God, a very short one: O Lord, make my enemies ridiculous. And God granted it.
On behalf of my non-computerized Thai peeps, the Mosai drivers, 7 workers, bottle pickers, hotel cleaners, short order cooks, working girls and boys, beggars, farmers, bartenders, mechanics, school teachers, construction workers, garbage men, seamstresses, haircutters, desk clerks, unemployed grandmas, factory slaves, street sweepers, cabbies and other insignificant, useless, barely human people with whom the yellas don't mingle, I deliver the following.
Danger Will Yellowman Robinson, y'all can yak all you want about a bot movement. The money from Mr. Tack was only the camel's nose under the tent. Let me explain. I lived in the Kingdom of Thailand on and off for 7 years now. I met and spent time with the high and the low. I never cared 2 hoots about red or yellow until there appeared a bunch of dead people in Bangkok.
Since then, I have listened and read most attentively and widely, and I personally know plenty of these red shirters who have exactly jack to do with taxin'. They didn't get one satang from tack before, during, or after, and they still pull for the reds, and wouldn't support a goofy yellow if their life depended on it.
Oh my God.
This is the awful smelly truth that is just too scary for some yellas to even think, much less utter.
That the Thai people, especially the untouchables of the Northeast, should have any ideas about taking matters into their own hands.
Oh my gosh.
Much less acting on these ideas.
Catch me, I am about to faint.
This is an impossibility that could never be entertained in Thailand. That is, before now.
Thus we see the cowardly and weak-minded state of emergency that is continuing indefinitely amid peace and business as usual.
The only emergency existing is that the yellas couldn't win a national election to keep the prime ministership, even if they tried to buy it.
Catch me before I fall on the floor.
Ha ha ha, I suppose this emergency will continue until all Thais are terrorized out of thinking and doing for themselves.
Good luck with that.
Or maybe, if you kill enough innocent people, maybe they will just change their vote patterns.
Hectares, ha ha, good luck.
If you think this is a plan,
and many yellas seem to,
then go ahead and try it. I think history dares you. If this path is chosen, Bull Connor, apartheid South Africa, the Contras, the Burma Army, the Israeli cops in Gaza, Jesse Helms, and the long list of those who would deny the right to vote, will be made proud.
Yours is obviously a plan to fail. That's why y'all are acting so emotional and hysterical over the unconscious but obvious realization that the situation is game over and you lost.
But, probably in the interest of civility, you are being allowed a reprieve period by the fates and the goddess of history.
Or is it those Izan farmers?
What you choose to do in this period is up to you, but remember that, if you want to succeed, you must practice serious rational government in the best interest of the Thai state, and not act out a comedy play by Molière. You will not receive extra points for playing the fool or the bully. But if you act responsibly, and with sincerity and humility towards all Thais, including the untouchables, you may improve your position, and give yourselves a fighting chance.
Or you can continue living on Fantasy Island and lose badly. It is your call.
My sincere and honest guess is that Thaksin could die tomorrow and the red support would be just as strong, with money or without money.
The funny thing is that most yellas can't even entertain this thought for a minute because it leaves their propaganda lines and various rationalizations in the lurch.
My brother Yella tells me this.
No legitimate popular protest with real grassroots support, and a real series of issues and grievances that should be discussed and addressed immediately, could ever exist in the North or anywhere within the perfection that is the current state of affairs in Thailand today. Ideas like this, sir, are simply unthinkable.
And finally he concludes.
All those bad readies who I hate must have been bought. Yeah. That's the ticket.
In psychology, this is called denial.
Yet they are there. I see 'em and talk with 'em every day.
I should tell my father that the arc of history is merciless, and he needs to improve his analysis, his facts, his propaganda and his tactics, or he will lose and lose badly.
So I say, If you yellas want a real policy to maintain your position that is not ultimately about mowing down Thais with bullets, paying them mincemeat wages and keeping a boot on their throats forever, you must understand this: the spirit and soul of these human beings and families, real Thai human beings and families, who have suffered and are suffering most viciously under your system, the people who you consider unworthy of democracy, humanity or equality are what is going to come through the door next.
Obviously this is a fact that nobody in the yellow camp is ready to deal with or acknowledge.
What is the plan? Are you going to shoot them? Shoot them all?
You can pontificate and opine that these real human beings are not coming, or that their opinions and they themselves are not worthy. But let me tell you, all up there in the Kruang Thepmakitty, I see them all around me, and I hear them curse you every day. Why your keister has not been yet hoisted upon its own petard is beyond me. Maybe you have wiggle room, so you can be allowed to continue to make a bigger fool of yourself, in order to discredit your movement and philosophy completely and utterly before the eyes of history.
Obviously Thaksin is the scapegoat that, in your hysteria, prevents you from looking in the mirror or forming any kind of coherent, rational long-term action that is consistent with reality and in your own best interest.
Note to my yellow brothers, if you don't change the program and address the issues, and give these people some of the things they want,
if this willful intransigence in government continues,
if elections become a thing of the past,
if one more innocent Thai dies at your hand,
if reconciliation means kissing your toot,
then you will fall on your face and you will lose everything.
You can't try to build and exploit a feudal system in the 21st century and expect otherwise.
Repeat the preceding phrases while banging your head against the wall if necessary until you understand.
When those around you have nothing left to lose, then don't be surprised when the next person to lose everything is you.
You can rationalize and effectively and entertainingly like this all you want. At the very least it shows you know how to use English.
But ultimately the logic presented here only shows weakness of yellow analysis and stubborn inability to face cold reality with humility.
Thus you're gonna lose. Period. Sorry to break it to you.
Like I said, the arc of history is merciless. You cannot hold her off with an M16, or with tear gas from an attack helicopter. I assume the more intelligent among you already realize this.
Your yellas have been, and seems like in the not-too-distant future that you are about to be, again, thoroughly and completely schooled by a bunch of punk dirt farmers.
And you deserve every last iota of this indignity.
Because you brought it on yourself.
Every step of the way you stubbornly refuse to look in the mirror and acknowledge their humanity or your own humanity.
How much time does the charade have left before Libra balances the scales? Months? Weeks? Days? Hours? I don't know, but this is your warning.
Lighten up, shorty.
Study history.
Or don't.
Make total fools of yourselves.
Or don't.
It's up to you.
What planet these yellow brothers and sisters live on, or have been riding from, I do not know. But if you all want to maintain and continue yellow power, much less grow it, I suggest you come on down to the real Thailand.
If you dare.
Thank you for your support.